All right, welcome back here to The Hill on NewsNation. So has Argentina found its own version, essentially, of Donald Trump? The president-elect, Javier Milei, won a runoff election last month, and he is now finding himself being embraced by conservatives in America, from Ben Shapiro to Elon Musk and more, Republicans in the House of Representatives as well. Conservatives are rallying behind Latin America's newest head of state. He gets inaugurated tomorrow. Even Donald Trump himself has commented on the populist leader.
In Argentina, as you know, you saw what happened. He ran as Trump. It was Trump. Make Argentina great again. It was perfect. MAGA. He had a MAGA agenda because it's a conservative agenda.
Guy. You need to tell the president the difference between English and Spanish. But that's
He's an entertainer.
Well, the A is the same, just not.
Wrapping your arms around like a wily foreign leader is a very tricky thing, and you often find yourself, on the wrong side. I having done summits and traveled the world, I actually encountered Muammar Gaddafi and Hugo Chavez and all of these terrible leaders, and I even remember at one point.
By the way, we're not saying he's that.
No, but you never know what to expect. Right. But no, I remember we were debating whether to have President Obama do a sit-down interview with Sarkozy before the election against Hollande, and we decided to do that interview, and of course he lost. And then we had to work with Hollande, and it's not always the best idea on foreign policy for a U.S. leader to wrap their arms around one leader.
I mean, Milei does have some caricatures, even in terms of the wily look at times when he gets upset, of former President Donald Trump. I think that he, like Trump, took advantage of a population that was going through economic strife. Poverty drives people to make decisions they probably otherwise wouldn't make. People who had a distrust of government already. And he utilized those tactics to basically rally a base to vote for him. His campaign looked very similar in many ways, not only to Donald Trump's, but the rise of other dictators across the globe as well. I think that matters.
Does that make Trump a dictator?
It makes him dictator-esque. Okay. there's a mirror reflection.
Waiting for one of you two to get in there. It's something to what she's saying or no? Denise?
Oh, look, I think this is more geopolitical, reality, which is the enemy of my enemy is my friend. This guy is, the only semi-friendly, U.S. Of course, Trump is going to make this about him. Of course, it's going to.
By the way,
this guy is a little mini me.
We should note, not only are Republicans trying to wrap their arms around him.
Clinton.
He had dinner with Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
He was in New York having dinner with Bill Clinton. So I guess it goes to both sides. By the way, Vladimir Zelensky is going to the inauguration.
The translation, by the way, would be Hagoff, not MAGA. It would be Haga Argentina Grande Otra Vez.
Thank you, Mick.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.